Hey, my name is Aigars. I'm the founder of the restaurant in Liepāja. Speaker is 53. This is a small restaurant which mainly offers fish dishes, but not only. And also we have a local brewery, Puta Brewery, right here. And I'm happy to welcome you guys in our premises here. Just shortly, my short introduction about my business life. I've been in family business for more than 15 years. My father started business in fishing industry 30 years ago. He used to have a quite big fleet with 4 to 5 trawlers who catch fish in Baltic Sea. Those were in 1990s and early 2000s, when the Baltic Sea was heavily populated with fish, which of course every year has these levels of fish resources have decreased, and during these recent years, unfortunately, the fishing opportunities has been becoming less and less, and our family business and we had to transfer into different business areas, and we had to finish with the fishing fish in the Baltic Sea. Not completely, but almost. So during this period, we have obtained this old storage house, this property, which is located in the center of Liepāja, in the fishing harbor, as you know, which is located really close to your school, your Liepāja Maritime College, just a few hundred meters away. So I hope you've been here and know this area. This area has become in the recent years popular area for visitors, for tourists, for locals, as a place where to dine, where to spend time. Also in summertime as a place where to just watch local ships, yachts, old buildings, and also have some events with the concerts that we offer, or just to spend time with pets and family. So that means that if we talk about more precisely about the business where we are right now sitting, so this is the bar and restaurant Speaker is 53, which has been opened just in 2020. So we are operating just 2 years now, but have become, during these hard times with all the COVID restrictions, despite that we have become quite popular, and people, visitors and guests have quite good. They spend quite good time about us and recommends also to others. So it's a small but nice achievement during these few years, and I guess the good things about this place, what attracts people here, is that we mainly serve fish, and also we try to offer, of course, local fish. The other thing is that the design and the place is in the old storage building, which as you can see behind me, there are old red bricks which are historical. This building is built around, I would say roughly 150 years ago, so it's a historical building, and we tried to reconstruct it and to leave all the historical evidence from that time. So it has some additional value, not only as a place, but with some history. And I guess the also important factor is also that just right behind me there is another small business we founded also 3 years ago. It is a small microbrewery with the name Puta, which delivers. We are brewing local beer, and which of course nicely goes well with fish products, and not only. So yeah, that's about it about this place, about this business, about restaurant. If you have any more precise questions about my business life, yeah, I'm happy to answer.
Okay, we'll ask some questions now. Let's start with a simple question. What was your first idea for the business, or how did you even start it?
Yeah.
Since when you started your grandfather
Yeah.
Oh, your father.
Father, yeah, yeah. Thanks. Well, this is a good question. Thanks. I would have to say that I've been in with the business thinking in the business for quite I would say for all my life, because since I've been born in a family that almost since I was a kid we was involved in business. So I've seen my parents doing that and being in the business. So I've seen the good and the bad things in that, and not the good and bad, but I would say the things that that are challenging and things that are makes you feel happy about. So that's one that's so we have to take in account this history I had, so I pretty early, just right after I finished my university, I was 22 years old. I joined family business, and so I would have to say I did not come up with my own idea, more or less. The idea was the family idea, so I have to, and I took a possibility to manage the business, and doing that by doing the management of the hotel business, the small hotel business outside Liepāja. During that period, I could implement the theoretical models which I've studied in the business school. And during that time, I started after a while. I started also partnering with other partners and developing new businesses, other businesses. Some are still there, some are not. But to answer directly about ideas, as you know, for I think almost every person I think have like hundreds or thousands of ideas every day. And especially we have these ideas when we travel somewhere, when we go away from the things that we do every day, just and so I have had like a million of ideas, but sometimes you have to the main thing always in the business, what they say, is about execution, and what are the ideas, what you actually implement, and so for me it's been, so I would say the first. The ideas have been a lot, but sometimes it's just also a little bit the destiny where you are, where you go. So yeah, for me that's the path have been a family business, and that's a responsibility and an opportunity which I've been doing.
Okay, thank you very much.
So it's a question maybe harder, but what problems does your business solve?
Mm-hmm. If we talk about the service businesses, which is restaurant business, of course, you can take a look at the like the elementary position, or more complicated perspective. The thing is that obviously we would say, well, we solve the problem for people to not to starve, kind of, yeah? Or we solve the problem that people have food. But of course, restaurant is not only doing this basic stuff. Restaurant is giving some more, giving experience, giving a free time for our guests to come here with friends, to have conversations, to relax from the everyday, from the daily life around them, and have a positive emotions after that. Because as you know, there's the saying, food goes through how you sell it. Food goes through heart, or if you are not hungry, you'll be happier, right? So that's the problem that we solve, to make people happy. I would say, yeah.
All right, my question to you is, in your opinion, do you think everybody can run a successful business, and why?
That's of course not so easy to answer. From the short perspective, I would say yes, of course it's possible. It's possible, but of course it really depends on the personality. What is your really desire? How much you really want that? What do you really want to solve the problem, or you want to just make money? There are different dimensions of this question. But just to answer it just shortly, I would say yes. Just the thing is that you have to add a lot of elements, a lot of things to proceed to get the results in that.
Okay.
And but the main thing which I always add when we talk about when young people ask about this, can I make business? I say right away, of course you can, but don't think that it's gonna be just one day you can tell yes, I'm gonna be businessman, and then things will just go by themselves. You really have to take control of your life, of your goals. Have to think about things that you can improve in life for others, solve problems for others, or offer some service for some enjoyment for someone who would be ready to pay money for that. Or even if you're solving some bigger problems, like some startups are doing with the climate change, sometimes they don't even think about business model. They're not thinking about how they're gonna get the money for that, but they're thinking how to solve big problems in life, and that's something also you have to think. And yeah, so that's I guess would be shortly the answer. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the answer.
Okay, well, I'll follow up with a question. How much do you manage this business? So how long does it take you per day or per year to constantly try to improve this business or try to make it not stay relevant?
Yeah, that's a good one, and I guess you know the answer. In the business, what they say, especially in the small scale business, which I am in the small business, a family business, you're like you are very often you are like involved in the business like 24/7, because you are responsible about it for every day, every minute. Of course, you need the team to make business the business to become bigger, to make bigger things, to solve bigger problems, to offer some more interesting services. You need team. You cannot do it by yourself only. At the beginning, it's nice. It's even better. I would suggest if you start business at the beginning, start with partners, with partners who has some other strong sides, the ones that you are your weak sides. So you can make the team better together. That you as a team can give a bigger value for the business. So of course, one is not one person cannot solve all the problems. And but just to answer again, in small scale business when you start it, you will be responsible for it 24/7. And that's not a day job. You are just working from 9 till 5 or something like that. And another thing which I wanted to add is even I would say for you as a potential new managers, and if you are after the school you are not starting your own business, even if you are hired by somebody to take a manager position, I would strongly suggest you to act like entrepreneur, like a businessman. With that, I mean that you are responsible for the things that you do, and responsible for the customers, for the product service that you deliver, exactly as the owner. So that will sooner or later some I would say destiny will put you in the position that you will whether you will earn good money for that, or you will be valued in the market, or you will make your own business with that.
So, how old you was when your father given you this all?
Yeah, just right after the university. When I finished university, I had actually during the studies I had my first job in Riga already, parallelly to the studies. I studied in 2 schools and worked in an office as a recruitment agent in agency. So that was my first job, and just right after the finished university, I had this opportunity to manage property, to manage people in the recreational industry as a small hotel and restaurant. Yeah. From 22 years old, yeah, that was.
Thank you.
Okay, my question is now, what are your final goals for your business? What do you want to achieve?
Final goals. I would say, I think if you're going to have these discussions with other business owners, businessmen, you will I think you will have this answer for almost everyone. Even there are these business founders who are already 60, 70, 80 years old, like when you mean that they are on the end of their life. the real business leaders, they never stop thinking about the future, about the services or products they can improve, they can make something new, they can leave something for the next generations. So I would say there is not such a question for me. So but for me, only thing is that, of course, at this moment of time, I still think that I'm in the beginning. I would say so that my dream business would be more to more solve the problems in world that are really important for the starting with our city, with our country, and then globally. And that you can start by acting every day in your life, like thinking about the pollution in the world, like and what thinking about what you eat, thinking about relations, how you have relations with other people, how can you improve relations in the society. So think about these big problems even when you think about your micro business.
Okay, thank you for the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you plan on expanding the business anywhere in the countries or anywhere else in our city to, let's say, Liepaja? Do you plan on expanding to the other side of Liepaja, or do you plan on staying only in the middle?
Yeah, as you understand this, this is one of the businesses. Actually, I would say I'm more in the real estate business, but this time we talk more about this restaurant bar, and this is one operator bar. So we are not planning to have franchise like like Starbucks or McDonald's. Of course, that would be too ambitious. We are not planning to do that. We most probably will stay as a one property business in one place, and unique and with its own place. But of course, we are not sitting sitting in one spot. We're always constantly thinking about improving and offering something new. And what we are the main objective, how can we become bigger and offer something to have bigger turnaround, is by creating some more events, creating some more side businesses, like for example in catering business, it would be some catering more banquets, for example, outside, offering for others. And also, as one of our main and most popular dishes in this place is fish and chips. So popular British food with a cod fish, and since that have become as a really the top food in our place, we might have a possibility to offer it as a street food for fast delivery here in our area. So that's something that we're thinking of, and most probably this summer there's going to be opportunity to do that. So we can serve more people with this nice and protein high food.
Good strategy.
Yeah.
Okay, my question for you now is for people that want to start their own business, what would be some tips that you would recommend them?
The only main tip for young guys like you is, if you really have idea, if you have something, you first of all, you talk about that. You talk about this idea. Talk about friends, peers, family, and if you hear even 9 of 10 people are telling that this idea is not good or this is not gonna work, you don't have to you don't have to say that. Stop thinking about that idea. You keep on exploring, keep on finding evidence for that, keep on trying with that idea, and you have to believe in yourself that it is possible, because you can never know the real answer while you're not actually doing something, acting. And for you guys, if it's not, of course, business that needs really huge investment money-wise, like if it's something that you can do by yourself with your own arms, head, and ideas, and maybe you need some just not that big of investment, this only your investment as a human being, then you just have to start doing it, and really start doing, even if the product is or service that you deliver is not super finished. You just start doing it, especially in the beginning, just to learn, just to find just to get the feedback from your customers. Just to mistakes will tell you how to improve, and after a while you will see. Only then, when you act, when you do, you get data. When you get data, you can reflect on it, and then you can have conclusions and are you gonna go that area or not. Of course, it's also important to choose, if you have ideas, start with the sector-wise. You take a look in the sector which would be possible for example, in fisheries at the moment, in the regular traditional fisheries. If we start with fishing, let's finish with fishing. Unfortunately, I don't want to tell, of course, that there is no chance, but just it's really tough business to be in there, because there's limits for the fishing resources that are available. So government has and European Commission has tell how much fish you can catch. So there is no really possibilities to buy a new ship or rent, and now I'm gonna take a license, and you cannot even get licenses. So that would be, in that area, that would be not with a high perspective. So you have to choose your sector. Is it sector growing? Which sector? So that's much bigger opportunity for you. If the market is just in the beginning and it grows, you are right in the sector with something, so you can develop it later.
Okay, thank you for the answer.
So let's say your brew business. You say you brew your own beer. Is it like a trade secret, what kind of beer you brew, or do you like to patent someone else's?
Yeah.
Beer?
Yeah, that's a good one. Of course, each brewer has its own recipe for the beer, but for recipes you don't have, at least we don't have patents for that. Patents are of course nice thing, and that's a good thing if you have some in some industry, other industries you have patents. That's the right way how you can secure your knowledge. Yeah, but in our case, it's you cannot really. You can think, and people are really, in the recent years, craft brewers have become really innovative and thinking outside the box about, adding different kind of flavors to make something new and interesting. Not everything is tasty, or the taste it depends on every people. But for us, of course, we are mainly working with the beers that are commonly known in the world. So that's, for example, England Indian Pale Ale, so it's a British kind of beer which is hoppy. So that's something that we more produce, these kind of beers with the hoppy flavors. So yeah.
So you produce most commonly known beers that
mainly, yeah, but those
people know
those
that
are
they will enjoy.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, and you can everyone can try and buy them in specialized shops, and also in our place here and in our bar. Okay,
So-
thank you guys for the time. It was really nice to meet you and talk to you. I hope my experience, my answers will help you to start business in the future or think about that. And I hope you success is just the beginning now, and in your professional careers. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
All right. Thank you. Okay.
Thank
bye.
you.